Hello everybody and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John and perhaps I should call this Books of Blood the morning edition because it is about 7:15, 7:20 in the morning. I just got home from work, but anyway, today's video is all about book mail because that is what I've got. I've got some book mail from Mindy over at Mindy's Book Journey. A couple of weeks or so ago, Mindy had a giveaway on her channel. I entered the giveaway, and usually when I enter these giveaways, I don't expect to win. However, Mindy messaged me and said, "Hey, you won the giveaway," and I'm like, "Awesome." And she sent me the books. What's embarrassing about this is the fact that I didn't remember what books I entered to win. I have no idea what she was going to send me. But Mindy, and being as nice as she is and just a super awesome booktuber, sent me a little note to go along with this. And it said, thank you for entering my giveaway and congratulations. It's right here. I have proof. Here are the books plus a few things I had that I think you would like. Enjoy, Mindy. Right, so what did she send me that she thought I would like? So let's start with the big one here. She sent me stickers. She sent me some stickers. Here's one that is kind of like a Pennywise from It. It says beep beep. This is a big one too. I don't have room on my my rolling bookshelf for this one. I got to find another place for this because it's going somewhere. I'm just not sure where. All right. And continuing along with the Stephen King theme, she sent me this awesome, now this one I think will fit on my thing. I'm just not sure if I want to put it there, because she sent me this awesome one for Carrie. It says, they're all going to laugh at you, and it just repeats it over and over again. Isn't that freaking awesome? Alright, gosh. And then she sent me one that I wonder if this isn't one that's homemade, because you can see that it's made on a Cricut thing back here, but this is a nice little kind of a little sexy little witch, I guess you could say. And she got a little short dress right there, and yeah, that dress isn't covering much, but that's okay. She's stirring that cauldron is what she is doing. She's a good little bad little witch. That's what she's doing. But anyway, thank you for those, Mindy. Those are awesome. Let's get on with the books. So the first book she sent me, and these are, I put them in alphabetical order by author. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Anyway, the first one she sent me was Dear Laura, and this is by Gemma Amore. And I looked up the synopsis for this, and it just sounds awesome. Don't trust a word he says. Every year on her birthday, Laura gets a letter from a stranger. That stranger claims to know the whereabouts of her missing friend Bobby, but there's a catch. He'll only tell her what he knows in exchange for something personal. So begins Laura's sordid relationship with her new pen pal, built on a foundation of quid pro quo. Her quest for closure will push her to bizarre acts of humiliation and harm, yet no matter how hard she tries, she cannot escape her correspondent's demands. The letters keep coming, and as time passes, they have a profound effect on Laura. It's quid pro quo, like Dr. Lecter said, quid pro quo, Clarice. The lambs are screaming. I'm having an old friend for dinner. Anyway, that is Dear Laura by Gemma Amore. Alright, next one she sent me. This is one, I didn't want to tell Mindy this. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, and I hope I'm not hurting her feelings now. This is one that I have read, but it has been a long time, and I did not have a paperback copy of this, so I'm actually glad she sent me a paperback copy of it because I do want to read it again. Anyway, this is Beneath. And this is by Christy DeMeester. All right. When reporter Cora Mayburn is assigned to cover a story about a snake-handling cult in rural Appalachia, she is dismayed, for the world of cruel, fundamental stricture, repression, glossolalia, and abuse is something she has long since put behind her in favor of a more tolerant urban existence. But she accepts the assignment, dredging up long-buried memories as she seeks the truth. As Cora begins to uncover the secrets concealed by a veneer of faith and tradition, something ancient and long concealed begins to awaken. What secrets do the townsfolk know? What might the handsome young pastor be hiding? What will happen when occulted horrors writhe to the surface? When pallid and forgotten things rise to reclaim the earth? Will Cora and the earth survive? The answers and pure terror can only be found in one place. Beneath. And that is Beneath, and that is by Christy DeMeester. Right. All right, and next up now, I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I was actually kind of hesitant to read it, but I'm really glad that Mindy sent it to me, and I am talking about by Sylvia Moreno-Garcia. I am talking about Mexican Gothic. And I want to say about this one is that if you open it up, there's a different cover. Like a little, would you call this a step back? I don't know, but I like this cover. I think they should use this cover instead of this one. I like this cover. This is an awesome freaking cover. All right, and then there's a lot of accolades right here, a lot of blurbs from people. I wonder if Stephen King has a blurb on this. Oh wow, Stephen King does not have a blurb on this book. Did you know that Stephen King is the Samuel L. Jackson of book blurbers? He has, I can't believe there's not one on here because he usually has a blurb on nearly every book. You know, I mean, he probably has a blurb on Dr. Seuss books like, you know, one fish, blue fish, three fish, red fish, or something like scared the hell out of me. You know, that's what it did. Anyway, all right, Mexican Gothic. From the author of Gods of Jade and Shadow comes a reimagining of the classic Gothic horror novel, a story about an isolated mansion in 1950s Mexico and the brave socialite drawn to its treacherous secrets. After receiving a frantic letter from her newlywed cousin, Noemi Taboada, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, heads to High Place, a distant house in the Mexican countryside. Noemi is an unlikely rescuer. She's a glamorous debutante, more suited for cocktail parties than amateur sleuthing. But she's also tough, smart, and not afraid. Not of her cousin's new English husband, a stranger who is both menacing and alluring. Not of his father, the ancient patriarch who seems fascinated by Noemi. And not even of the house itself, which begins to invade Noemi's dreams with visions of blood and doom. Noemi's only ally in this inhospitable place is the family's youngest son, but he too may be hiding a dark secret. As Noemi begins to unearth stories of violence and madness, she is slowly drawn into a terrifying yet seductive world, a world that may be impossible to escape. And that is Mexican Gothic. All right, moving right along. Okay, I've got 3 more books here. Alright, now this one here, I have not heard of the author. I have not heard of this book, but it is by Yoko Ogawa, I believe. I believe he's a Japanese writer, or she is a Japanese writer. And this is Revenge, 11 Dark Tales. Alright. See here. Now this really, it doesn't really give an explanation or a synopsis. It has just blurbs on the back of it. Let's see what some of the titles are. Here we go. Here we go. An aspiring writer moves into a new apartment and discovers that her landlady has murdered her husband. Elsewhere, an accomplished surgeon is approached by a cabaret singer whose beautiful appearance belies the grotesque condition of her heart. And while the surgeon's jealous lover vows to kill him, a violent envy also stirs in the soul of a lonely craftsman. Desire meets with impulse and erupts, attracting the attention of the surgeon's neighbor, who is drawn to a decaying residence that is now home to instruments of human torture. Murderers and mourners, mothers and children, lovers and innocent bystanders, their fates converge in an ominous and darkly beautiful web. Yoko Ogawa's Revenge is a masterclass in the macabre macabre, that will haunt you to the last page. And that is Revenge by Yoko Ogawa. 11 Dark Tales. Alright, so now this one I do have to admit I already have a copy of this, but that is perfectly fine. I appreciate Mindy sending this to me. She had no way of knowing. Anyway, but this is Creature by Hunter Shea. And with Mindy's permission, I may try to do a giveaway for this, or if she wants me to send it back, I will send it back. But I do greatly appreciate her sending this to me, because this is one hell of a story. If you haven't read this, it is awesome. I loved it. It's about a woman that's got a like an autoimmune deficiency or something, where she's just not very healthy at all, and her husband takes her to this cabin. It's kind of one where she can relax and unwind, get away from the city. But there's something outside the cabin, alright? And I'm not going to tell you any more about this book, because it has a hell of a twist to it. If you have not read this book already, then by all means you need to get a hold of a copy of it. In fact, like I said, if Mindy doesn't mind, I might try to do a giveaway for this book. Alright, so how's that sound? And last but not least, this is one I have never heard of. It's got a blurb on here about Ronald Malfi, author of Bone White. I've only read one Ronald Malfi book, and I don't even remember it. It's called Little Girls. I don't remember it. Anyway, this is by D. Alexander Ward, and this is Beneath Ash and Bone. And that is a pretty cool cover. Selburne, Virginia, a quiet backwater town nestled among the Blue Ridge Mountains. In the days before the Civil War, Sam Locke keeps the peace as the town sheriff, like his father before him. That peace is shattered during a raging winter storm when a boy goes missing at Evermore. The sprawling estate of Horace Crownhill and his family. Racing against time and the elements, Sam must mount a desperate search for the child, but what he finds in the snow and the dark halls of Evermore are madness and murder. As Sam searches for truth in a house poisoned by mysteries and haunted by ghosts, he hopes to weather the storm, but the harrowing secrets he uncovers may prove too terrible to bear. Will he escape with his sanity intact, or will the dark presence rumored to hold sway over Evermore claim him as another victim? Every family has secrets. And that is Beneath Ash and Bone, D. Alexander Ward. And that is going to do it with this amazing book mail from Mindy at Mindy's Book Journey. I'm going to leave a link to Mindy's Book Journey in the description below, because she deserves all the subscribers she can get, because Mindy has an awesome BookTube channel, and she is one of the nicest people here on BookTube. So yeah, I'm spreading the love, okay? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It is Saturday morning. I'm going to watch a little TV before I go to bed, because I'm a third shift worker, so I sleep weird hours. Anyway, you guys take care and stay scared. All right.